I'm in a relationship with Jenny, and I hope we stay together for the rest of our lives. That might sound cheesy, but Jenny is the love of my life.
Julia is my second half, my better half. I want to share every experience with her, and I couldn't live without her.
At first, I had a very hard time dealing with the fact that Jenny had a girlfriend. I told her to please not let it become public, because I didn't want people to start talking.
Next year is our 10-year anniversary. Jonathan is still the love of my life. Otherwise, I don't think we'd be together and married. This entire thing, it was all a process. It wasn't sudden. It's not like I fell in love with a girl and one day woke up to a husband. I fell in love with a girl. But what I really want to say is, I fell in love with that person. I would never have even considered breaking up before at least trying to go on this journey together.
Julia was so supportive during the entire process. We talked about everything. We read all sorts of information.
Of course, the hormones caused a physical change. And that's what we as a couple were most afraid of. We were scared that we'd have to go our separate ways, because hormones have such a huge impact on our bodies.
That was me, 22 days after I'd started taking testosterone. You can see a few hairs, but like I said, it hadn't even been a month. So you could start to see some hairs growing. And here, after 2 months and 3 days on testosterone, you can already see a lot more. It started growing on my chin, and then it spread along my neck. I wasn't happy with my body, with a typically feminine body with breasts. Well, not being happy is a rather harmless way to put it. I was full of rage towards my body, and I got the feeling I just want it gone.
I could absolutely relate, because I wasn't happy with my body, or with parts of my body either.
And I trust her so much that I was able to open up to her. I didn't even have to think about it too long. I just wrote to her, and I said that I simply didn't feel good about having breasts. I thought she'd write back and tell me not to worry about it, it's just a phase, your body is changing. But what she wrote instead was, you could also have them surgically removed.
Hello. Wenn sie sauber sind, ist gut. Ja, ist eh nicht putzt. Egal.
Tasty. Tasty.
Von mir aus. Ja. Pokémon-T-Shirt.
Ja. Ja.
Remember these two?
That was in the bedroom.
What? No, it was in kindergarten.
Yeah, the photo was in the bedroom.
The amount of love I got from my mom, it felt good to experience that.
Grandma got you ready for kindergarten because it was picture day. All cute with those little pigtails.
Her Jenny.
Did you guys watch that video again?
The last time I was with you.
When was it? 2015?
2015, 8 years ago.
8 years? Then it must be 7 years since we last watched it.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm 18. I love taking pictures and I love my girlfriend.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm 19. I go to school. I love soccer and women.
And what?
And women.
Wow, fantastic.
Right? She didn't want Jenny to be publicly shamed or criticized. She didn't want the whole world to know you two are a couple. That's our business.
Exactly. It's our family.
Things like that stay in my head.
I was raised to believe that men and women belong together. Same-sex couples, I was told, and like I said, this was heavily instilled into me. Same-sex couples were completely abnormal. And because of that, I had an extremely difficult time dealing with the fact that of all people, we had to deal with this. I had a hard time coping with it all.
It was pretty rough. Mom just couldn't handle the fact that she suddenly had a lesbian kid.
Walking and holding hands, and you see the way other people stare. At first, that really hurt me.
Yeah, you got all that from your mum.
That's exactly what you say now. Listen.
Really? See? It's just like I said back then.
We found out by accident that she had a girlfriend. And to me, it felt like my whole world was collapsing. I didn't want to have anything to do with Jenny anymore. I felt so betrayed.
Of course, at first she wasn't thrilled about the idea. But then she came to accept it, and I think she started to realize that this wasn't just a passing phase. Unfortunately, we spent a lot of time talking about it.
It really helped me when you told me how you felt, the thoughts you were dealing with, contemplating suicide and things like that. And that hurt me too, to imagine what you must be going through to be at that point. That's why I told myself I'd rather have a happy child.
Thank goodness. I got lucky and my breasts weren't that big. So all it took was small semicircular incisions around my nipples to remove the mammary glands, remove the fat and all that, to make it look as masculine as possible. Make it look like a male chest. Here you can still faintly see the scars, but otherwise you really can't tell at all. And I work out a little, building my chest. You can see the muscles starting to pop. But if I don't flex, there's nothing.
He's a good-looking man, a very attractive man. If he were on the market, he'd be snapped up in an instant.
We went to Munich to see a doctor and have them explain phalloplasty to us. That kind of bottom surgery is called phalloplasty. Basically, at the end, I'd have a penis. He walked us through the various steps, how they do it, and there are just so many risks involved that for the time being, I think I'm okay with the way I am. And that's thanks to the fact that Julia accepts me the way I am. One of the risks is that you can't climax anymore. And I care too much about my orgasm. Let's be honest, who doesn't care about their orgasm? And if you have bad luck and happen upon a surgeon who's not 100% skilled in the matter, then you end up with what looks like a little sausage down there. And that's not really what I want.
My parents are hearing impaired. We mostly communicate by reading lips and supporting spoken language with gestures rather than using actual sign language.
Wunderbar.
Ja. Ein bisschen auch Größe.
Ja, das war hart.
Du sagst immer
You keep saying she.
By accident.
Well, you say it a lot.
Dad had a hard time. It took him half a year, not me.
Warum?
Why? Did you have a hard time?
Aber was
As a girl, before, or as a man?
Ach so.
Oh, adjusting was hard. So for them, I imagine it was hard because they couldn't hear your voice. And then it became clear to them when your beard started growing.
Couldn't they see straight away that I was starting to become more muscular?
I didn't notice.
Honey, not everyone notices your muscles. Are you ready? You've never been up there before. It's been a while for me too. Let's go up together, as far as we can go.
Let's check it out. It's a long way down.
Oh look! They've set up the ice skating rink.
Cool. I could see myself being a dad one day. I know it's incredibly important to her to experience pregnancy and to give birth. That's something that brings a couple closer together, experiencing a pregnancy together.
Sure, I imagine it being a beautiful experience. But as time goes by, I can also imagine taking in older children.
Wow. War doch auch schon schön.